In the last skill we looked at exterior angles, and we can often use exterior angles to solve problems, but it's quite helpful to have a second way of solving problems as well. And here we're going to look at interior angles. So the exterior angles were the ones that we turned through when we were going around the outside of the shape. So those were my exterior that I'm just marking in now. These are all my exterior angles. The interior ones are the ones that I'm going to mark in red. So here I've got my interior angles, and we can directly calculate the interior angles in a shape. And the way we do that is we work out how many triangles that shape is equal to. And we always need to choose one vertex. So we just choose one vertex. That means one corner. And we're going to split it up into triangles. It doesn't matter which one I choose. I'm going to use the left one here. And I want to split this shape up into triangles by connecting it up with other vertices. Well, I don't need to connect it up to here because those are already connected. But I'm going to connect it up to this one on the right. I'm also going to connect it up with this one down here. And we can see that my five-sided shape, my pentagon, creates 1, 2, 3 triangles. So each triangle is worth 180 degrees. So in a pentagon, the total of all of the angles must be 1, 2, 3 times 180. So for a pentagon, it was 3 times 180. And the rule is that it's the number of triangles times 180. So, we've got two questions that we already did using exterior angles before, and now we're going to try and do exactly the same questions using the interior angles of the shape. So, first thing I'm going to do, trying to find out what this missing angle is work out how many triangles I would split the shape up into. So I'm going to use this as my vertex. Connect it up, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So the total sum of angles equals 3 times 180, which is 540 degrees. So to find x, I'm going to take my 540 minus 90 minus 90 minus 130 minus 130, or 540 minus 130 plus 130 plus 90 plus 90, which is 540 minus 440, which gives me an answer of 100 degrees. Notice I get exactly the same answer as when I did this question using exterior angles, and it's almost always up to you which of the two approaches you wanted to use. So here, calculate the interior and exterior angle of a regular pentagon. So again, I'm going to divide this up into triangles. 1, 2, 3. So here I've got 3 times 180 is 540. So the total is 540 degrees. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles that I'm sharing it between. So 540 divided by 5 equals 108 degrees. And that's my interior angle. So I know that this here would be 108 degrees. If I wanted to find the exterior angle, I could use my angles on a straight line. My exterior must be 180 take away 108, which is 72 degrees. And notice we've got exactly the same answer as we did with the examples from the previous questions, where we did it through exterior angles. Okay, pause the video while you take down those worked examples, and then you're going to give some questions a try. Okay, so the first 4 questions here, 1, 2, and 3A and 3B, are the same as what you did using exterior angles before, but this time, rather than drawing in the exterior angles, I want you to do it by dividing up the shapes and working out how many triangles they create. Questions 4 and 5 are right at the end, what you'd see right at the end of the foundation paper. Here you've got a hexagon and an octagon which are side by side. You're trying to work out what the angle is of the gap, and for question 5 you've got 3 of the same polygon come together and the gap in between them is an equilateral triangle. You need to work out how many sides that polygon has. Okay, pause the video now, give them a go, and we will look at solutions in a second. Okay, so here are the solutions. For the first shape, it divides up into 4 triangles, so it's 720 degrees in total. The sum of what you know is 610, so the difference is 110 degrees. For the second one, it divides up into 3 triangles, which is 540. The sum of what you know is 410. 540 take away 410 gave you 130 degrees for x. We're looking at a regular hexagon now. It divides up into 4 triangles, so 4 times 180 gives 720. You're sharing that between 6 equal angles. 720 divided by 6 gives you 120. That's your interior angle. Then you can find your exterior because they add up to 180, which means the exterior must be 60 degrees. For the decagon, your 10-sided shape gives you 8 triangles, so 8 times 180 gave you 1440. Divided by 10 is 144 degrees for your interior, which means the 180 take away 144, which is 36 for your exterior. Calculating the missing angle, they love these kind of questions in the GCSE. For the hexagon, it divides up into 4 triangles, so 720 degrees. Each angle must be 120 degrees, 720 divided by 6. For the octagon, each angle must be 135 degrees, so you've got 120 and 135. You've got angles around a point, so the missing angle to make it up to 360 must have been 105 degrees. Lots of different ways to do the last one. There's a straightforward one, which is to, once you realise this is an equilateral triangle, if you half it, that must be the exterior angle of the polygon. Half of 60 is 30, so the exterior angle is 30 degrees. 360 divided by 30 tells you it's a 12-sided shape. Okay, give yourself a mark out of 6. Any difficulties on that, please take a look at Hegarty Clips 561 and 562. Well done.